Hey guys, it's Olga, and today I'm taking you into my kitchen again to talk about stainless steel skillets. I've already done a video all about skillets where I compare different kinds of skillets, stainless steel skillets, non-stick skillets, cast iron skillets. And one of the questions I get asked all the time is how in the world do you clean stainless steel skillets and cookware in general? So today I'm gonna bring you along and show you how I clean them and how easy it is to maintain it. And so it looks this good, even though I've had it for more than 8 years. It's not really hard to clean your stainless steel cookware and keep it in pristine condition if you have two things. Number one, a good quality stainless steel skillet or pot. And number two, if you use it properly. If you use it properly, then it's naturally gonna be very easy to clean. You're not gonna have to soak it, you're not gonna have to scrub it, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Number one, use enough fat. Oil, butter, ghee, whatever your preference is, use enough, because if you don't have enough, everything's gonna stick to it much more easily. And number two, heat up your skillet until it's nice and hot before you add the food. You can get a really great sear on food when you use a stainless steel skillet, which is one of the best things about it. Before you put your chicken, beef, pork, shrimp in the skillet, make sure to blot it dry really well with a paper towel before you put it in the skillet, and that way it's gonna get a nice sear. And if you put it in wet, first of all, it's gonna splatter grease all over you, which is not fun and hurts. And also it's gonna start steaming and sticking to the skillet instead of getting that nice golden sear that you want. Give the food time to get a nice golden sear on the bottom before attempting to flip it over. If you start flipping it before it's ready, it's gonna tear and it's not gonna get that sear that you're looking for. The fond that develops on the bottom of the skillet, those are the caramelized bits that you get when you're sauteing chicken or beef or mushrooms or onions. That adds so much flavor to your food, so that is great. And then to deglaze it, which means you get all of that fond off of the bottom of the skillet, you add some liquid. So either water, chicken broth, lemon juice, wine, all of those things that I mentioned. Those are awesome to add more flavor to your food, and at the same time, it cleans your skillet beautifully. If you're cooking your food in batches like you would do for beef goulash, and you need a lot of beef, you need to cook it in batches, don't cook it multiple times like this, and every time you would add the meat, it gets more and more scorched and it gets harder and harder to clean. So after about 2 times, I will go ahead and wash it. So I would either deglaze it, add some broth to it or water, or just wash it. And that way it cleans the skillet and I don't give it a chance to get too scorched before I'm done with it. Don't crowd the meat or the shrimp when you're adding it to the skillet when you want to get a nice sear. If the food is on top of each other, there's not any space around the food. Instead of searing, it's gonna start to steam. There's gonna be a lot of liquid that's gonna come out of it. So it's gonna start boiling and steaming instead of getting that golden sear, and the meat isn't gonna look appetizing and it's not gonna be golden brown either. Now that we've got our meat nice and golden and brown, our skillet is also pretty scorched. So I'm gonna show you the easiest way to clean it with just water. So just pour in some water. At this point, it's really stuck on there, but watch how easily it's gonna get clean. You can use a whisk or a wooden spoon to scrape the bottom of the skillet while it's cooking. And look how easily it cleans up. Just like that. By adding the liquid to the skillet and scraping the bottom of it, it cleans most of the mess up very easily. And then with just a regular sponge and some dish soap, you'll have the skillet clean in no time. Most of the time, this is all I do to clean my stainless steel skillet. Just some soap, water, and it doesn't require much soaking or scrubbing. It's very simple. One of my favorite things to do when I'm cooking vegetables and they're not quite cooked through, but they're starting to stick to the pan, is just to add a little bit of liquid, like wine, lemon juice, broth, or just water. That's going to help the food to continue cooking without sticking to the pan, help it to cook faster, and you don't have to add more oil. I also recommend that you have all your ingredients prepped and ready to go before you start cooking, because if your skillet is hot but you're still over there chopping vegetables, or one of your vegetables is already cooked and you need to add more but you're still chopping, then it's gonna get scorched and burned and the skillet is gonna get dirtier. So if you have everything prepped and ready to go, you're ready to add them at the right time. Most vegetables will release some liquid when you start cooking them, like onions, zucchini, they have a lot of liquid in them, mushrooms as well. So that is going to naturally deglaze the skillet. And when you add some liquid, that helps too. Shrimp scampi is one of the best examples of using a stainless steel skillet. It's quick, you sear the shrimp, then you deglaze it, and it leaves you with an almost clean skillet and the best flavors too. Starchy things like potatoes, rice, pasta are not meant to be cooked in a stainless steel skillet. They're gonna stick and steam, so don't cook them in your stainless steel skillets. I use my stainless steel cookware all the time. I prefer to use it for almost everything that I'm cooking, and most of the time it's very easy to clean. The food releases very well from it. If you're cooking vegetables or making a sauce after searing meat, then you won't even have to do much scrubbing at all. Just use a regular sponge and soap. But if you sear meat in batches, if you're cooking on really high heat, or maybe you walked away and left the skillet on and it got really scorched, in those cases when I need a little extra help, I have two friends that are my helpers. Barkeeper's Friend and the scouring pads that I love to use. These are also great to use on really crusted up casserole pans that you can just go at it without soaking them at all and they'll get them nice and clean right away. So I love these. I always have them on hand. So not only will they clean up your cookware, but they will also add, the Barkeeper's Friend will add a really beautiful shine to it. And the scouring pad will get all sorts of layers of grime off of your skillets and make them look like new. I got my chicken seared. It looks beautiful and golden brown. And instead of using that beautiful fond on the bottom of the skillet, deglazing it with some wine or chicken broth, I'm just gonna let it cook and burn so that I can show you how to clean a really burned up skillet. So there you have it, friends, all of my tips of how to use a stainless steel skillet so you get the best results with your food, how to maintain it so it serves you for many years to come, and how to clean it so it looks nice, shiny, and beautiful.